Welcome to Meet Your Needham Merchants. My name is Mark Silverman. Today we'll be meeting with Louise Condon and her team at Condon Realty. Let's go in. Good morning, Louise. Thanks for taking the time to be on Meet Your Needham Merchants.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Mark.
Nice to see you as well. So, Louise, everybody knows Louise Condon, Condon Realty, but they may not know a lot about your history and how you got into the business. When did you start this agency, and how did you get into the real estate business?
Well, I'm an old school teacher, and at that time I was looking for something to do to help with all the college tuitions, and no one was looking for old school teachers, and there were a lot of young people who weren't being employed. So I thought, all right, I'll go into real estate. I went and took my course, and I was told that by one of our associates that there was a building going up here on Chestnut Street. And so I went and talked to the owner of the building, and he told me to come back in 10 days. I went back in 10 days, we shook hands, and Condon Realty has been here since 1985.
So you started it, and I assume you were the lone broker at the time?
Well, no, I had 2 or 3 other brokers in town who came and joined us, and some of them are still here with us, which is nice. They've been here a long time. And some of them, have passed away, and that happens. But we have 22 brokers, and more than half of them have been here over 20 years. And then there are about 3 or 4 that have been here less than 5 years.
And how did you end up in Needham? Were you brought up in Needham? Have your roots been in Needham?
No, in 1968, my husband was coming to work in Boston, and we were looking for a community that had an easy commute and good schools, and selected Needham. And so we've been in Needham residents since 1968.
So in 1968, I'm sure things were a little bit different. As it pertains to the real estate industry, what do you see? What have been the major changes from 1968 till now?
It's really funny that you should ask, because the population is still somewhat the same. At that point there were about 28,000 people here. There's still maybe 29. And there were 10,000 homes, and there's still about 10,000 homes here. But the prices have changed, just like, salaries have gone up and everything else.
Do you remember how much you sold your first house for?
Yes.
And what was that amount?
$34,000. And it was a very nice cape on Hawthorne Street.
So that person probably wishes they bought about 10 of them at this point.
I think people wish they had.
So what do you find to be most difficult now in this business? As things change, I'm sure the challenges change.
No, it's still a fun business, and we enjoy every day. And yes, you have mother and dad both working, and you have 2 or 3 children, and they want to be within walking distance to town. When we came here in '68, everybody wanted to live out in the country. Now everybody wants to live close to town.
Well, this is both country and town, apparently.
We're very lucky to have both.
There are a lot of realtors in town, in the state. Yes. What makes Condon Realty different? What's your competitive advantage? You've been named the #1 realtor so many times. What makes you the best? What's your key to success?
The fact that we have some great brokers working here who have helped make the team a great team. And we really care about the community. And when we are hired by someone to help them, we go beyond the normal course. They get full service from Condon Realty.
Years ago, people would go work for an organization, a company, and they would stay forever. Nowadays, in most businesses, it's not the same. They tend to hop from one company to another. Here, they stay. What do they like so much? Why do they stay with you?
I don't know. Maybe it's because, I will help anyone if they have any problems. And it's just a nice group of people. We do a few things together. We have a spring outing every year. We go to some surprise trip and have fun.
I see a lot of artwork in your office. So we have a lot of realtors that are also artists.
We have Tony Manzon. He does paintings. And when he goes to Florida, he sends us postcards, and I've got some of those postcards framed. They're so attractive, it's a shame to discard them. And Lois Marx's husband, Jerry, is an artist, and we have a lot of his work here in the office.
So they can come in and they can buy a house and they can view the art. So you get a museum visit and a piece of property at the same time.
Right. We also have a large conference room that's used by a lot of different groups when they're looking for space to hold meetings and so forth.
And what advice would you give someone that was interested in becoming a broker?
Well, I think that Your success depends on your contacts, on your willingness to get out there and be part of the community, to help the community along, to participate with events. And you need to have a core group to help you get listings and get referrals for buyers. And we work with both. We work with the sellers when they're ready to leave, and we work with buyers when they're about to come into town. And we see a lot of people, you know, who are in Boston as young people, but as they start to have families, they want to come to the suburbs. And the things that bring people to Needham are the school system, the transportation, and the nice town feel.
And speaking of families, I understand you have a member or two of your family involved in the business also.
Oh, I do. I have two daughters, Pamela Condon and Maura Carson, who've been with us for a number of years. And I have 5 other children. I don't know if they're ever going to come on board, but I doubt it.
So part of the succession plan is just keep bringing the family members in and teaching them everything you know.
That might work. And then if that's not enough, I have 17 grandchildren.
I think you have a very good plan then. So in many communities, companies may be referred to as an institution, but there aren't a lot of institutions. Condon Realty is definitely regarded as one. What do you think makes it an institution?
I think that because we really care about the community and our participation in events in town. Our brokers, when they have a listing or they have a customer, they really provide service. It's not just put the house on the market, put it in MLS and sell it.
Well, Louise, you certainly have created an institution in Needham. In my eyes, you're a wonderful institution. You're the #1 realtor. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much for those kind words.
My pleasure.